Good YouTube, it's your boy Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, former unified lightweight world champion, superstar boxer Teofimo Lopez, who has 16 wins, 1 loss, no draws, 12 wins by way of knockout. He is 24 years of age, 5'8" with a 68-inch arm reach. He's coming off of a shocking loss to undefeated, newly crowned unified lightweight world champion, Australian star boxer George Kambosos Jr., who is now 20 wins, no losses, no draw, 10 wins by way of knockout. He is 28 years of age, 5'9", with a 68-inch arm reach. With that said, November 27th, Teofimo Lopez, he faced George Kambosos Jr., who was his mandatory challenger, in which Teofimo Lopez, he was dropped in the first round. He ended up dropping George Kambosos in the 10th round. Then, he lost a decision to George Kambosos Jr. With that said, it was shocking. Now, Teofimo Lopez, he claimed that he suffered an esophagus injury. He suffered from trying to make the weight. He could no longer make the weight. And so Teofimo Lopez, he stated that he's moving up to junior welterweight, okay? Moving up from 135 to 140, okay? Because he struggled to make 135. With that said, Teofimo Lopez is now claiming that he's in the deep negotiations to face undefeated, undisputed junior welterweight world champion, British superstar boxer Josh Taylor, who is 19 wins, no losses, no draw, 13 wins by way of knockout. He is 31 years of age, 5'10" with a 69.5-inch arm reach. He's coming off of a lackluster performance against his mandatory challenger in Jack Catterall, in which he lost a split. He won a split decision to Jack Catterall, but many people felt like Jack Catterall, he should have gotten a nod. He should have been the winner of that fight. Nonetheless, Josh Taylor, he got the nod. Okay. So now Teofimo Lopez is claiming that he's going to be facing Josh Taylor in his next fight, okay, which is completely shocking, okay, because when you look at it from this standpoint, Josh Taylor, he stated that he struggled to make 140, okay. He's a very big 140. Josh Taylor is 5'10", 7'1" arm reach. He's a big junior welterweight, okay. And so Josh Taylor, he claimed that part of the reason of his struggles against Jack Catterall was simply because he couldn't make the weight, okay? He struggled to make the weight. And, he was weight drained. That's why he had a lackluster performance, okay? And Teofimo Lopez, he claimed the same thing at 135. But now Teofimo Lopez, he's claiming that he and Josh Taylor, a fight that he's been seeking out forever and a day. Teofimo Lopez has been seeking out a fight with Josh Taylor forever and a day. He talked about this fight before he even fought George Kambosos Jr. He was talking about a showdown between himself and Josh Taylor. At one point in time, he was saying a catch weight, but now he's saying in the summer of 2022, this summer in a few months, that he and Josh Taylor will be scheduled to face off against one another. They're in deep negotiations. Now, Teofimo Lopez has been saying a few things that are somewhat off the wall, right? He just recently stated in the same breath when he announced that he's going to be in negotiations to fight Josh Taylor. Now, Josh Taylor is a top-ranked ESPN fighter, just like Teofimo Lopez. Josh Taylor, if he stays at 140, a junior welterweight, the fans are going to be calling for Josh Taylor to face off against Jack Catterall in a rematch, okay? Josh Taylor, he's on record stating that he would give Jack Catterall a rematch, but, it has to be at a catch weight, okay? So how's he going to fight Teofimo Lopez at 140 when he can't give Jack Catterall an immediate rematch in a fight where he was dropped in the fight? I thought that Jack Catterall won the first 5 rounds against Josh Taylor. I thought that he let off the gas in the second half of the fight, which, it was in Ireland. It was in Josh Taylor's backyard. and he wasn't going to get a decision against the undefeated, undisputed champion if he didn't step on the gas. And I believe he had a situation where he felt like he was winning the fight. He got too comfortable and he let his foot off the gas. He put it in cruise control. That's not going to win you the fight, especially when Josh Taylor is the aggressor. He's the undefeated champion in his backyard. But nonetheless, Josh Taylor, he stated that he rewatched the fight between himself and Jack Catterall, and after rewatching the fight, he felt like, it was a draw at worst, but he felt like he got a nod. He should have gotten a nod. He felt like he won the fight, but in the same token, he stated that, he could see why the fans were outraged and upset that, he got the nod over Jack Catterall, okay? So with that said, Josh Taylor, he faced a lot of people, a lot of criticism, right? He stated that his family, his wife, people was getting, unwarranted messages from the fans that felt like he got a gift decision, or that it was essentially, rigged, right? For him to win, okay? And so with that said, he stated that he would give him a rematch. He could see where people are upset, and he would give him a rematch, but he struggles to make 140. So his initial plans and goal was to go up to welterweight and petition the WBO, World Boxing Organization, to allow him to face off against former junior welterweight undisputed world champion, 3-division world champion, who is widely considered to be the #1 best fighter in the world, and Terrence Bud Crawford. Because he's the WBO champion, he moves up in weight, he can petition to automatically be Terrence Crawford mandatory at 147. So that initially was what he stated that was his plans. But now this news comes out that Teofimo Lopez is saying that they are in negotiations for a massive fight. But if you're going to fight Teofimo Lopez, you owe it to Jack Catterall to give him a rematch if you're going to stay at 140. Or the fans are going to say that you're avoiding Jack Catterall, you don't believe you could beat Jack Catterall, and that's the reason why you opt in to fight Teofimo Lopez coming off a loss, opposed to giving Jack Catterall an immediate rematch, right? Stylistically wise, I think that this is a bad matchup for Teofimo Lopez. I think that, Teofimo Lopez, now maybe Teofimo Lopez will be, more energized, more power. Maybe he'll be, more fluid, right? Maybe the 5 pounds, it was hurting him, right? But he's going to be at a height disadvantage, okay? At an armage disadvantage. And Josh Taylor, now the thing I will say is, when I watched Josh Taylor and Jack Catterall, I did see a lot of things that Teofimo Lopez could capitalize on to be successful against Josh Taylor, for sure. There's plenty of things that I see that he can do to be successful against Josh Taylor, especially on the inside, okay? Josh Taylor was very one-dimensional. He was predictable against Jack Catterall, and he struggled with the counter-punch ability of Jack Catterall. And I think that Teofimo Lopez has more power than Jack Catterall. So with that said, you have to look at it from that standpoint and say to yourself, Teofimo Lopez is a better athlete. I believe he has more power than Jack Catterall. I just think he's overall better than Jack Catterall. But at the end of the day, Jack Catterall is used to that weight. And, Teofimo Lopez has a issue with being predictable himself, looking for one punch, just looking to knock you out, as he did with George Kambosos Jr. The hand speed of George Kambosos Jr. gave Teofimo Lopez problems. The counterpunch ability of George Kambosos Jr. gave Teofimo Lopez problems. But at the end of the day, Teofimo Lopez, I believe, is a better athlete than Jack Catterall. So this would be a great fight. Now, is Josh Taylor willing to make 140, and is he going to be at his best at 140 after claiming that he struggled to make the weight? If he struggles to make 140, then how's he going to make it again for a fight with Teofimo Lopez? Now, obviously it's a much bigger name than Jack Catterall. Where's the location of the fight going to be? That's important to note, right? Is Teofimo Lopez, is he going to go to Ireland? I highly doubt that. But Josh Taylor is a very big junior welterweight, so it'll be a very interesting fight. Both both coming off of lackluster performances, fights they was expected to showcase their talents and have showcase wins against their opponents. Teofimo with George Kambosos and Josh Taylor with Jack Catterall. So, you know, when you look at it from that standpoint, they both coming off of lackluster performances where Teofimo Lopez got the loss and Josh Taylor got, many people as a gift decision against Jack Catterall. So summertime, Teofimo Lopez is saying this fight is going to happen. Interesting fight, 50-50 fight in my opinion. And I both think they both have something to prove. The loser is going to have a long way uphill, you know, to establish themselves in their image, right? Because, you know, neither one of them looked good in their last fight. They lose in the next fight against each other. It's going to be an uphill battle for both. So let's see how this plays out and unfolds. Let's see if there's any truth to this. We know that Bob Arum, legendary promoter, top-ranked CEO and promoter Bob Arum, who promotes Josh Taylor, who promotes Teofimo Lopez, he's been talking about a fight with Teofimo Lopez and Josh Taylor for quite some time. So maybe there is some merit to this. So let's see how this unfolds and plays out. But that's all I got for y'all. Make sure you hit the like button, drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to the entire LDBC. Shout out to New Media. Shout out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.